Greetings men, women and children, I come to you with a tale as old as Super Smash Bros. Brawl itself. Settle down as I present thee with an account of betrayal, cruelty and Metal Knight. It began years ago. My peasant family were too poor to pay for Smash Bros. Brawl for the console you know as the Nintendo Wii, as they lacked currency to purchase such a marvelous creation such as Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and so I was bound to playing such titles as Wii Sports Resort and Carnival Funfair games. One day I was excited greatly at the sight of an Indian man on the streets peddling Nintendo Wii games from the inside of his petticoat. He says, "Come here, little sir, I have Nintendo items within the confines of my petticoat." I stand overjoyed, raising an intrigued, bushed eyebrow in response to his proposal of Nintendo items. He gestured towards me, welcoming me within his fine petticoat. I stood within the man's petticoat, indulged in the sweet aroma of Nintendo items but also the stench of a fine vinegar. I browse eagerly, searching for my beloved Smash Bros. Brawl video game for Nintendo Wii. I say aloud in a rascally voice,
My do I yearn for Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii.
The man swiftly pulls me from within his petticoat, elevating me by the scruff of my neck upwards towards his lofty height. Our eyes level. "Be careful for which that you yearn, little boy," he says in a gravelly tone, tossing me to the pavement below. Swiftly he pulls from his petticoat the Smash Bros. Game. He drops it at my feet. Glaring at my crumpled form, his protruding eyes squint and turn away. "Little boy," he says, exhausted, "farewell." The man vanished before my very eyes. I started crying, clenching the Smash Bros. Game to my chest in eventual glee. I channel my inner blue hedgehog, my bare feet slapping the pavement as I crash through the streets. Reaching my humble abode, I extended my Nintendo Wii console, cramming my beloved disc within it. At the time I ignored, foolishly, the blood-ridden, scratched eyes of my favorite Nintendo characters on the game's box art. I sit before the television, swaying with anticipation, as I am indulged in the glorious light of the Smash Bros. Title screen. I played for weeks uninterrupted, maining my favorite Nintendo overlord, Metal Knight. I defeated many a foe as my beloved Metal Knight, including many incarnations of the Master Hand and a plethora of level 9 CPU characters. I became a legend within my household. My many siblings bowed at my bare heels, struck with sheer awe in the wake of my brawling talent, virtue of course, my beloved Metal Knight. One day, however, a booming thunderstorm shook the very shambles of my home, tearing its way through the shanties of the surrounding slums. I sat within the confines of my gamer palace, enshrouded in a dark haze of gamer perspiration. I sat eagerly before the television, thrilled by the notion of another night of brawling mayhem. A sudden, blinding flash of light followed by the unforgettable score of the incredible video game, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The television boasts the title screen, although this time, it was not me who commenced this action. The game had commenced itself. I was not concerned, however, as I held a deep trust in the game. I grabbed my Nintendo nunchuck and Wiimote, anticipating my choice of my beloved Metal Knight. Navigating speedily to the game's roster, I hover my cursor above my dearly beloved. I crane my neck backward, outstretch my arms as much as the nunchuck cable would allow, optimizing for my routinely roar, of which I dedicate to my dear Metal Knight. Although on this occasion, as I selected, the announcer's voice fell silent, my booming outcry thus halted. Metal Knight had not been chosen. I affect again, agitated at such treachery committed by the roster's interface. No response is given. I strike repeatedly, vigorously, the Wiimote's glassy button, as if a Donkey Kong on his prized bongos. I helplessly select my beloved Metal Knight, but that's when it happened. An ominous voice exclaimed. I shake violently.
Who said that?
I say in a quivering voice. The voice spoke again. It is I, Captain Falcon of the F-Zero franchise, but I speak for us all.
Who doth thou speak for?
I cry. My eyes are encapsulated by the bleeding pores of the highly realistic Falcon displayed on screen. I speak for all the low-tier Nintendo characters of which you have slaughtered mercilessly, you and your beloved, highly unbalanced Metal Knight. He yells in his usual strained, enthusiastic tone. Meet me on the Dreamland 64 stage, I will wait for you there. The bloodied Falcon receded, coupled with a feint. As he fell away towards the black abyss abaft him. My sweaty palms trembled as I clasped my fingers round the Wiimote and nunchuck, carefully selecting the now displayed Dreamland 64 icon. As the stage loaded, my anticipation grew, as if I would Jigglypuff utilizing their final smash. As the Dreamland 64 stage appeared on screen, I was met with the shocking sight, my beloved Metal Knight, constrained by the noose of rope dangling from the smiling tree. I sat mourning for what must have been days. Frequently the tree would blow in the direction of my beloved Metal Knight, swinging him violently, yet gracefully as Princess Peach's soothing hover. The footage changed momently, displaying the bloodied corpses of my many fallen enemies, stacked in great heaps before my dilated pupils. Captain Falcon gestures towards the categorized heaps, saying nothing but glaring expressionlessly at me. Before long the game rebooted, retracting all light from within the darkened room in which I sat. The dead quiet only to be altered by my soft, shallow weeping. Before long, I hear softly in my left ear a faint, "Show me your moves." The screen strikes the room with light once again and the game commences. Through teared eyes I squint, searching for the familiar group and then brawl options. I arrive at the character roster once more and wipe my eyes. Metal Knight was nowhere to be seen.